So recently, I've been seeing this newer method of doing wings on a pellet grill. I have not tried it yet, but today we're gonna try it and see if it's worth the hype. What's up, barbecue fans? Welcome back to the patio. My name's Jake. You're watching Roman Cook. Today on the channel, we're trying this 0 to 400 wing method. I'll get more into it in a second, but essentially, this is an easy, hands-off way to do wings. And for those of you who don't know, I grew up in Canada, 2 hours east of Buffalo. And I was spoiled with some good wings my entire life, and I didn't realize it until I moved away some 24 years ago. And around me, the wings are So I'm always on a mission to do wings at home and make sure that I can improve them. On the Yoder, I've got a whole bunch of videos on it, and I think that I've pretty much got it the best that it can be without frying, but I noticed this new method, so today we're gonna try it. So for today's chicken wings, we're using some D'Artagan Foods Green Circle wings. They're actually one of the sponsors of this video. There's two sponsors, we'll get into that in a little bit. But I've been buying from D'Artagan Foods for probably 6 or 7 years now. I started with my turkeys, and then I started buying the chicken, and then the pork. All of it's delicious, but Green Circle wings, these chickens are actually raised twice as long, so you end up with a meat and color that is far better than you're gonna buy in the grocery store. And the flavor is much better than your traditional wing. It actually tastes like chicken for a change. So we're gonna use these guys. These are full wings. We will cut them up into party wings. And I'll do a couple of these just to kind of show you if you're not familiar with them. So as you can see here, we've got the whole wing here. We've got the tip, we've got your flat, and you've got your drumette. These guys are super easy to separate. All we're gonna do is we're going to cut through that skin there, find the joint, slice through. All right, there's one, find the joint in this guy. So we'll do one more here. Again, you're looking for the tip, right between the joint there. It can be a little difficult, just move around your knife and find it. And I'll usually cut through the skin there, and right after the knuckle on the bottom, right like that. And just like that, we've got our wings here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna use some PS seasonings, the Barbecue General. This is just salt, pepper, and garlic. Today we've got some special sauces to talk about, so we're gonna let the sauces doing the talking and just use some salt, pepper, and garlic on these guys. Give them a flip. Now the big thing here is you do not want to use a rub with sugar in it. That will burn using this method, so keep it simple, or just use a rub that doesn't, I mean, you could probably have a little sugar, just make sure that it's not one of the first like 3 ingredients or something. Now the last thing we're gonna do here is we're gonna give these guys a little bit of a spray. I've just got some avocado oil here. Give a little spray. Flip them over one more time. So what is the 0 to 400 method? Well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put all these wings on a cold grate, then we're gonna start the Yoder, and we're gonna set it to 400. We're gonna cook them for 30 minutes, and then we're gonna turn them, and then we're gonna let them cook 20 to 30 minutes more. And what we're gonna do here is we're going to put them on the bottom grate so they're closest to the heat. Right? I wanna make sure we get some crispy wings. That's why we've added a little bit of oil to them. And what's gonna happen here is as the Yoder gets up to temperature, we're gonna get some extra smoke in there. We're using Bear Mountain hickory. I love hickory on chicken. The other thing I've done here is I've put the skin down. I think as the Yoder comes up to temperature, we're gonna have that heat pounding at that diffuser plate, and it's really gonna help crisp up those skins. So now all we do, come over to our Yoder here, there's start button, and then we dial this up to 400 here. And just after a minute or two, our smoke is starting to roll. Now, as this guy gets started, we're gonna get a whole bunch of smoke. Now, it's gonna be a little bit dirty during the startup, But the good thing is it doesn't last that long, but what's gonna happen is we're gonna infuse a whole bunch of smoke right out of the get-go. Then we're gonna clean up, because once we go up to 400, it's gonna be a really, really clean burning fire. So we've got some smoke rolling. Let's take advantage of that. And I'll bring you back in 30. While we're waiting for our first 30 minutes to finish, I want to talk to you about today's sponsors. In the beginning, I mentioned Tartagan Foods and Green Circle Chicken. Again, I've been using this stuff for 6-7 years. Their chicken and pork is phenomenal. Check out the link in the description, but make sure you're signing up for the newsletter because they have amazing specials all the time. Great sales, so you can stock up. PS Seasonings here, they've got these brand new sauces out. Ignore these have been out for a while. I'm gonna be using one of these because I'm a big old wimp. But we've got maple bourbon, which is a mild sauce. Then we've got candied jalapeno and hot honey peach. These are both medium sauces. And then we've got pineapple sriracha, which is a spicy sauce. These are brand new. They've also got a new line of seasonings that came out late last year. If you're into chicken wings and you like to change it up, PS Seasoning's got a whole line of rubs and now sauces. You can change it up however you want. Check out the link down below. It's been 25 minutes. We're gonna have a look to see how we're making out. These are actually looking pretty darn crispy already. Let's see. Ooh, oh yeah. Maybe a little too crispy. Let's turn these guys over a little early. Maybe it's just the ones in the middle. Got a little dark. Probably did not need that oil. Just because how close we are. Let's see what happens here. It's really just this one row right in the middle of the diffuser that got a little dark, these couple ones, but overall the actual one's not too bad. I think what I'm gonna do, we'll leave these for a little bit, but I have a feeling I'm gonna have to move these in about 10 minutes. It's pretty hot right in that spot. So it's been another 5 minutes. Let me show you where we're at. We are super crispy already on the bottom of these, pretty darn close. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move these guys out of the way here, and I'm gonna put these guys that were a little further away from the heat source in their place, because these are looking super crispy. What we got there, yeah, a little more time there. And move these all up a little closer, right over top of our firebox. I mean, look at that. That's good color. That one needs a little bit more on that side. But I bet you we're gonna go probably another 5 minutes or so. Let's take a quick temperature check. I'd imagine you're all done. 200 degrees, so they're well done. Good thing about wings is they can take it. So we're gonna let them crisp up for maybe only 5 minutes at that temp. So it's been another 8 minutes. That brings our total cook time to 43 minutes. These guys are done. It's time to pull them off. Now, one thing that this video did is kind of highlight a difference between the Yoder and a lot of other pellet grills on the market, which I totally didn't take into consideration. But the way the Yoder works is the fire pot is on the left and the diffuser plate is right up underneath that grate, and then it slopes down. Most are in the middle, so the diffuser plate is way lower and that heat source is further away from the wings. I've seen this video done on a Pit Boss and it was 30 and 30. So our total cook time was 43 minutes. And what I would probably do is maybe give that first turn at 20 minutes in and then rotate them around so the ones that are on away from the middle of the firebox can get some love. But you know, look at them. They're all nice, crispy, exactly the way we want them. They are a little higher in temp than traditionally you would do them. Normally pull them off around 190 or 185, 190. But chicken can take it. It's got all that fat in it on when it comes to a wing. So I'm just gonna put a very light coating of this Memphis King. This is just a tangy, plain old barbecue sauce. Give them a shake. Yeah, just a touch more. Perfect. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna drop these back on just to tack up the sauce. Nice thing when you're cooking at these temperatures, it won't take long. Probably only 5 minutes, gives me enough time to talk about two things. Number one, the contest. Every video I do a contest. Super easy to enter. All you gotta do is you gotta be subscribed to the channel, you gotta like this video, and comment down below with 2 hashtags. If your comment is randomly drawn, you'll win a $25 gift card to appbbq.com. And if you happen to be a Patreon member, starts at $5, I'll double it and I'll make it $50. The hashtags for this contest will be hashtags They're Taking Foods, hashtags PS Seasonings, since they're the sponsors for this video. Additionally, we're quickly approaching 25,000 subscribers. I'm doing a big giveaway for that. Unfortunately, this one is US only. The other contest is open up everywhere, but with the duty and cross-border shipping fees and all that fun stuff, I just can't. My partners want to keep it US only, and I can completely understand because it gets expensive quick. But to enter that, all you gotta do is you gotta go to rumandcook.com, scroll all the way down to the bottom, sign up for my newsletter, and I'm gonna export all those email addresses, and I'm gonna pick a random winner once we hit 25,000 subscribers. These guys are probably ready to come off. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, we're all tacked up. Let the Yoder cool down. These guys are looking pretty good. I mean, look at that char. You can feel the crispiness still. It looks like people might be onto something with this method, but we'll let them cool down and I'll be the judge of that. Well, just in time for lunch, finally. Cheers. We can see how we did. I'm gonna get a super charred one just to get an idea. Definitely crunchy. Let's try one of these guys. They're normally, there's a couple in the middle that were a little overdone. That was one of them. These wings are friggin' delicious. The smoke is there and it is dominant. Not overpowering, but it's far more smoke than I expected. You can really taste the hickory smoke flavor coming through. I did not expect to have that much smoke in it. It does not taste bitter or acrid, just tastes like great smoky flavor. It was not in the dirty smoke long enough to have that impact on it. They are crispy, they are delicious, they have impressed me. I gotta be honest, when I thought about this video, I was like, I don't think so, but I am pleasantly surprised. Are they better than my other preferred method? I'm not sure. They're gonna be neck and neck, but I'll tell you what, this is a heck of a lot less work. I'll link to that method at the end of this video. You should check that out. I highly recommend you give this method a try. I think it might impress you too. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe while you're down there. Thanks as always for watching. I'll see you soon.